Hi everybody, welcome to a surprisingly sunny Morecambe in May. Today I'm heading towards a place called Happy Mount Park. But if this had been 30 years ago, Happy Mount Park actually had a very different name. Noel's house party began in 1991 and ran for the entirety of the decade. It's often been called the best Saturday night TV show of all time and was one of the BBC's top entertainment shows. The host of the show was the ageless Noel Edmonds, but in 1992 we were greeted to the newest star of the show, which propelled it to great heights despite critical derision. Mr Blobby was the new star of Saturday night TV. He had a Christmas #1 single, could shift tons of merchandise, and even had 3 theme parks. In 1994, the Crinkley Bottom theme park opened in Morecambe, here at Happy Mount Park. A year previously, Noel Edmonds had been a guest in the town switching on the lights. There were many strong objections to the park locally, and when it was built, it wasn't quite ready. Buildings were there purely for decoration. It was described as being like a TV set, with nothing happening on it. So here we are. This was the entrance to Crinkley Bottom, Mr Blobbyland. Thousands signed a petition against it, specifically due to the costs that would be involved to the taxpayer. Also that Happy Mount Park was free, but the Crinkley Bottom section had to be paid for. Despite this, it was announced in June 1994 the park would open in July, and on July the 30th, Crinkley Bottom opened. Including such delights as the Blobbyland fun graveyard were hardly going to bring in the punters. The park immediately started making a huge loss as numbers dropped. As the losses piled up, the council had no option really but to intervene, and in November 1994 the decision was taken to close the park, just 13 weeks after it opened. Blobbyland had fallen flat on its face. The council blamed Noel, Noel blamed the council, and there was a big mess to sort out. Despite the success of the TV show, Crinkley Bottom hadn't worked, but it didn't stop Noel opening 2 other theme parks in the UK. One was opened in Somerset and one in Lowestoft. But these also closed before the 90s had finished, and in more recent times have become places for urban explorers. Well, I believe today all this has been cleared as well. Could you imagine stumbling across this 10 years ago? What a great place to explore. Mr Blobby is occasionally spotted on TV today, usually as comic relief. But Noel's house party inspired the Saturday night TV format we see today, with such shows as Ant and Dec's Saturday Night Takeaway. So its legacy does live on, despite the disaster with the theme parks. But were you one of those rare few who visited the theme park in Morecambe 30 years ago? Let me know any memories. I'd love to hear from you. So there we go. That is a little walk around Happy Mount Park. 30 years ago was the ill-fated location of Noel's Crinkley Bottom, or Mr Blobbyland. It seems a little bit odd that if you read the reports, it was the local residents didn't want Blobbyland here because it was a charged point, and everything else was in the park was free, and they didn't want anybody to have to pay to get in. Yet now, everything here you've got to pay for. There's the golf, there's the play park, there's the splash park, there's the trampolines, there's swing rides. All have to pay for separately. Even the toilets are 40p to pee. How times change. But do you have any memories of Mr Blobbyland? Were you one of the lucky ones who came in those 13 weeks? Let me know. Alright guys, see you for the next video. Who knew Morecambe could be so sunny? Bye for now.